they've paid their guys. They paid Altuve. They paid Bregman. They paid Jordan.
Did they already pay him?
Yeah, this year.
What's his deal?
Like 8 for 100 and something.
Oh, that had to have pissed Ian off so much. I mean, that's a guy that needs to hold out. He's getting here. Take my wallet. Like Brian Cashman says, take the checkbook, write a number you want. Steve Cohen says, here's my checkbook, write a number.
6 for 115. He's very young. Too. He's
worth $1 billion.
He's basically gonna hit fucking free agency twice.
But I mean, he's worth $40 million a year right now. He's the best left-handed hitter in baseball right now. Prove me wrong. Maybe Shohei, but
back
it's
to
close.
the defense. Back to the defense. He's playing half the game.
But he plays in the AL.
Everybody has the DH.
Everybody has a DH.
That's true. Dumb. Oof.
6 for 115, and then he's a free agent again at 32 in 2029.
Ian, give me what you think he should get per year right now. After this season he just had, say he's a free agent tomorrow or today. What should he get per year? Give me a contract.
If he was a free agent at 26.
Well, when is he supposed to be? 2 years? 1 year? Before this deal? He's been up a while.
This was pre-ARB. I think he would have been a free agent at 29.
Same as Judge, like 29. Yeah.
I think he would have been a free agent at 29. If he keeps up this production and he's a free agent at 29, then you're looking at, some kind of 6 for 150 now, 200, some type of thing. I mean, his numbers are insane. It's like, what are you willing to pay for a DH? Can he actually play left field? How's his body hold up? All that stuff. I think he's had some knee issues. Yeah, but the other part about this is like he would have made, like through ARB, he would have made crazy. Like he would have been one of those guys that makes 60 million bucks through ARB. So like, I don't know, but I don't hate the deal for him because he gives himself that security. He can go back out to the market and he likes playing there and he's comfortable and all those things. So,
but isn't he one of those guys, like when you reach time for I guess no, because he's younger than you, right? But isn't that how it works? Like for guys that are free agents, they look to other guys' deals and be like,
yes,
I'm worth this because he got this, basically.
Yeah.
That's why the players are happy for each other or happy for guys, but they're also like, hey, come on,
wait a little bit and help us out.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I mean that he could have pushed the arbitration markets forward, and like guys that get taken out of the arbitration system, then you don't have comps to use as like, hey, you went through.
Kind of hard. It's hard as a player to say, yeah, I'm gonna wait till 1 or 2 more years, and it's like you don't know what the fucking happens.
And who's his comp too? Like who's going to ARB and being like, yeah, you're the same as Jordan Alvarez. Like, I mean, like there's many.
I mean, yeah, but there's dudes like the Harper. Yes. Harper went through ARB and like.
Chris
Jordan
Bryant
would be trying to comp himself. Jordan would be trying to comp himself to Harper or some of those guys, Machado or Soto or all those guys that went through. Like those guys use each other to push the top of the market forward. And so but he's a great hitter. And so let's talk about free agency. Let's get into free agency. I don't know if you guys know this, but this year's free agency is brought to you by Mugsy.
I did know that. Somebody told me.
Somebody told you that? Mugsy November sale. Biggest sale of the year. A lot of people are doing this. All right, we're going early access Black Friday sale, November 1st. So it's already started a week ago. Entire site 30% off. All your favorites, free shipping, free returns. 30% off. This is early access Black Friday sale for the best jeans on the planet. You know that I love Mugsy jeans. You don't even need a code. This is like one of those things where usually I'd be like, go use our code. You don't need a code. You just need to go on there. Okay. You just need to go and you need to take advantage of the early Black Friday sale at Mugsy.com. Dakota's going to go get himself 7 pairs. Let's talk about free agency brought to you by Mugsy. I have something to say about free agency first, before we get into like who's a free agent. So Trey Turner just dropped this. I guess it got fake leaked, where, I think it was John Hamm did a voiceover for Trey Turner like pump up video. It was like a 2-minute pump up video, and his agency sent it to all the teams, and somehow it got leaked out and is on the social media now. It's actually, it'll make you want to sign Trey Turner. It's great. But I saw this video. I'm reading an article, and they're like, yeah, he's great. They made a comment about his power, his shortstop power. And they're like, the article was like, yeah, but his ISO is down this year. And that's like a concerning long-term trend. Okay. So ISO for everyone out there, it's measures power or raw power because it only accounts for extra base hits. And so like if you have a double, if you're 1 for 5 with the double, your ISO is 200. So you had 2 bases. It's basically like a total base metric, but it takes out all your singles. It's an interesting thing. It measures power. So it's like guys that hit more homers have better ISO than guys that hit doubles. I don't think it's the best stat ever, but some people like to use it to measure like power production.
So real quick, if you're like 2 for 4 with a triple and a single, you just get 300 then?
No, if you're 3 for 4,
no, 2 for 4,
2 for 4,
single, 300. Because you get a triple when you said singles don't count.
I think
right?
that would be 3 bases divided by 4. I think that would be 750.
Oh, it's divided by your number of
Is
at-bats.
that right? That feels like slug though.
I'm confused. That's why
someone explain
I
ISO
don't
to me.
understand it.
Okay. Yeah.
Where's Tom?
ISO
Where's Tom
measures
when you
the
need him?
raw
Tom-
power of a
Tom's
hitter by
quiet
taking
today.
only
Zach's
extra
got it.
base.
Zach's got it. Zach, go.
For example, a player who goes 1 for 5 with the double has an ISO of 200.
Yeah, but I needed like another example because I feel like that just.
So I
seems
guess
to
if
me
you
like,
were
oh,
1
got
for
2
5 with a
bases.
triple, you'd be 300.
300. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not like bases divided by at bats.
No, I don't
It's
think
basically
so.
just bases, not counting singles. I'm very confused.
The formula is hilarious. The formula is hilarious.
Let's hear the formula. We'll put it out there on the.
Nope. I'm
Twitter.
putting the formula. Listen, I'm putting the formula into the chat, and someone can try to figure that out.
I'll read it for you. 1 times double plus 2 times triple plus 3 times home run divided by at bats or slugging percentage minus batting average.
All right. I actually kind of understand this, I think. So basically what they're saying is that there's a multiplier, right? So a double's worth only 1, but then if you hit a triple, it's like 6 bases really. And you get 3 times multiplier on a home run. So it's worth like 12 bases, I guess. So it really emphasizes triples and home runs, it seems like, over doubles even.
So it's basically saying stretch all your doubles into triples and stop being okay with hitting doubles. Nobody cares about doubles anymore, which I think is ridiculous.
What? Who doesn't care about doubles?
This ISO doesn't care about doubles. ISO says I should stretch 5 of my doubles into triples this year, and I'd be a better player.
This is another made up stat that I feel like they just said, you know what, we're going to decide this person's better because we made this algorithm.
This isn't even my point about ISO. Okay.
Sorry.
We've gotten off track. My point is everybody's ISO was down this year because the balls were dead. And then they're saying so you have a 130, 120, 130 runs created, weighted runs created, or OPS plus, which is measured against the league average. So you're 20 or 30% better than league average, and then just because the ISO's down, which is a metric that does not compare to league average. So yeah, in 2017 or 2019, you would have had a higher ISO because the balls were hotter. And this year with the balls being dead, you have a lower ISO. People are like, it's a concerning trend. Yeah, the dead baseballs are a concerning trend, but ISO is not a concerning trend. I just got a little fired up about that. Okay. I'm sorry.
You still had a great year, man.
Hey, thanks, man.
Oh, I know.
But this was about Trey Turner, but thanks.
But that's also kind of weird to have a free agency hype video. I'm just saying.
Hey, it's kind of a sick video though. You should watch it.
I just saw it on Twitter. The start of it looks awesome.
Yeah, it's sick. It's sick. There's music. John Hamm's talking. It's electric.
He's going to be a Cubby. That's my prediction.
We got some shortstops in the market. Everybody that was supposed to opt out opted out. We still have some qualifying offers. We still have qualifying offers to happen, rejections or accepting of qualifying offers. And then things get real spicy next week when free agency officially opens.
Well, and Edwin Diaz already agreed to terms on the record-breaking deal for a reliever.
Edwin Diaz is the first closer to make $20 million a year, and he's the first or more, and he's the first closer with $100 million total contract.
And I'd say it's deserved.
Yeah, for sure.
He's
a lot younger than I thought he was. I did not think he was 28 years old. I was like, wow.
No, I thought he was 32. I would have guessed.
Yeah,
which still isn't old, but it's like I would have been like, yeah, he's like low 30s.
I did not know he was 28. Good for him. I mean,
I feel like he's been playing for a while.
He's nasty. I think the Mets are obviously going to be pretty active in trying to re-sign the guys that they have and then going out and getting more guys. So this is a good start for them. They're going to run a $300+ million payroll, but that it's a really, really great contract. Do you guys have anything to say about the free agent market in general?
Well, I saw deGrom opted out. Didn't you face him this year, Ian? What'd you do against Jacob deGrom?
I'm interested to see what that looks like. That could be like a 3 for 150 type of thing. I don't know.
He's like 34. Right?
Then you can use it in ARB and say this guy just signed for the world, and I'm going into ARB. I booked him, so like, where's my blank check?
So basically, I should also get $50 million a year.
Correct.
I don't think deGrom's that old. I don't think
he's 34.
He's 34, huh?
Turns 35 next year in June.
Wow.
Whoa.
June 19. I'll be sure to wish him a happy birthday.
deGrom and Kershaw, I believe, are the same age, which is pretty wild to think about because they obviously, had very different careers. deGrom's a late bloomer. Kershaw's the obvious early.
And deGrom went to college.
True as well.
To get more knowledge.
deGrom got to the show and when he was 26. Interesting. I did not think he was that old. So now I'm freaked out because I thought Diaz was older and I thought deGrom was younger. He's an interesting case because like someone's probably not going to give him the length, but somebody's probably willing to pay him $40 to $50 million just to pitch in the postseason.
Isn't that what Scherzer's kind of been doing?
Scherzer signed a 3 for. Well, no, he just came out of the big deal. He signed a big deal with the Nats, came out of the big deal, but he's older. He was like 38, and he signed a 3 for. He signed a 3 for.
That's right.
3 for 1. It was 42 a year.
$42,000.
I could see deGrom getting. I could see a team saying, "Here's 5 for 175." Or do you think that's too low money wise? 25 a year? No,
that's too low.
27 and a half a year.
It's too low. He's not going to take anything under like 35.
But don't you think he'll get max of 3 years? Like, I don't think you can give him a 5-year 225 or 250 if that's the end. He's going to. And I'm not saying at 39 he won't still be good, but it's
somebody's
risk.
He's in between 2017 and 2019. Okay, he threw 200 innings for 3 straight years: 201, 217, 204. Nasty, unbelievable. He made 12 starts in 2020, which was about season. That was about a full season.
That is a full season. 12 times 5, 60. It was 60 games.
Okay. And then the last 2 years, he threw 92 innings in 21 and 64 innings this year. Was he nasty? Yep. He had a 108 last year, and he had a 3 this year, but that was a couple starts at the end of the year where he got hit around. But like,
when he's healthy, he's the best pitcher in baseball.
If you're bad, if you're down, you're struggling. Oh, tough year, 3.08 ERA. Like, it'll be all right. But
a lot of guys, if you told them before the season, most guys, not the top end guys, but I'd say 98% of pitchers, hey, like, we'll give you a 3.08 this year. You don't have to show up. Where do I sign? What color would you like?
Yeah. And so he, is someone willing to pay him that amount of money and believe that they're going to get that 150 to 200 innings. But moreover, like, if you have enough depth like the Mets had, you basically just want him healthy for the playoffs. I don't know. Interesting. I think he is one of, if not the best pitcher in the game with the best stuff. And it's just, what's that going to look like? It could be like, no doubt, the highest annual average value that we've seen.
I'm very curious, switching here, to see what the Cubbies do. See if they give our guy IHA an extension, possibly. Maybe they make some moves, some splashes, go get some good players. I don't know.
I think I'm interested in more than just what the Cubbies are going to do, but on a general sense, because of what happened last year, and we had this lockout deadline. So there was a flurry of stuff that happened early, right? Before. It feels like there's a ton of hype for the free agent market right now. But what we've seen in the past is like free agency, and then like nothing happens for 3 months.
Yeah, it's like January.
A rumor here, a rumor there, like
you get like random one guy. Yeah,
but like it feels like when the free agency starts, you're just gonna have like bang, bang, bang.
Deal.
That's not how it goes.
But that's how
But
that's how like NBA goes. It's like that first day,
Yeah.
it's like this guy's signed, this guy, like everyone is signed. And I feel like this year, I'm with you. Like this year, it's gonna be like they've signed him, we've signed him. Like it's gonna be crazy.
it feels like things are gonna pop early, but I don't know. I'm excited. I mean, I don't know. I've never been so excited for free agency. I'm like, ooh, who's gonna do what?
Well, I feel like most of it gets done too at the winter meetings. Like that's another big, like not a ton will happen before that, just because that's a big time where deals just get worked out. That's in what, like a month?
Yeah, this is the first time in a while that we've seen, hey, the CBA is set. Like after 2019, like obviously 2020 was a mess. 2021's a mess, budgets and everything and all this stuff. And now you have, and then the CBA last year being uncertain. Now you have like the CBA signed. We have 5 years of we know the rules. And like, what's it look like? I don't know, but I'm excited to find out.
Do you think
Brought to you by Mugsy Jeans. What do you got?
do you think guys or hitters will go up? Like payment will go up with no shift? Or do you think they take that into
no,
account?
I don't. I just think that the value teams are never going to just pay guys more for fun, but I do think the value of some left-handed bats.
Schwarber.
I mean, yeah, he's
100%.
locked up. He's locked up, but yes,
Rizzo. Yeah.
like Riz. I think if you run the metrics on guys that are impacted by this, Riz is a top 5 guy that's impacted by the shift. And I think there's going to be teams that would have maybe not had such an emphasis on a lefty bat or been worried about the platoon might value that lefty bat a little bit more. I think when you're left on left is a tough thing, but it's probably easier for a left on left. I don't do this, but just sell out and hook a slider or hook something on the ground hard. And if there's more hits doing that, maybe it plays more. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see the long-term impact of it, but I think every front office has run the model for what deals are out there for guys. And I think trades too. Like there's going to be guys that it's like, hey, our model thinks that this guy's going to have more success at the big league level without the shift. If he's cheap right now, let's go grab him before the team that he has realizes they could benefit, or see if that team values what we value. So I think that there's little things like that.
You get shifted, right? On the left side?
I get shifted once in a while. I mean, depending on the team. Like I get shifted 2 guys on the right side, or 3 guys on the right side, sorry, quite a bit. But the guy going to the outfield or not kind of depends on the team and who's the rover guy.
And who's pitching probably is another factor.
Who's pitching.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm excited. And for me, like right-handed for a while, I was getting 3 guys on the left side, and I hit a lot of balls really hard in the ground right-handed.
Mm-hmm.
So
but
like
they can still, the new rules are you can still do that, right? Or does it have to be 2 on each side of the base?
2 and 2.
Ugh, I don't like that. I think as long as you're on the dirt, you can go wherever you'd like. Oh, what is it? Oh, you can't play in for a possible bunt anymore either. You got to stay in your position. We're going to draw a circle. You have to stand right here. Good luck. Hopefully they don't hit it at you. Stupid. I hate it. I do. Don't tell me where I can and can't play my players.
Hey man, they give you a circle that you have to stay on.
That's all I got on that. That's my yelling at the clouds, is telling me where I can and cannot put players in the field if I'm a manager. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what about the outfielders? They can't shift either. Like, you got to stay inside these lines. Like, can they shift?
You can't do a 4-man outfield.
Stupid. I hate it. I don't like it. Just wait until they bring in robo-umps and this podcast will take off because I'll be in jail for my comments.
Well, let's talk about umps for a second. We need to talk more about umps. We need to have an umpire section every week, because we talked about Pat Hoberg, and his perfect game. And
someone doesn't like him. Shouldn't say that.
Who?
Remember the text I sent you?
I don't think he was behind the dish. He was second.
No. So he umped a game this year against you guys.
And
Jared Young was up in the big leagues, and he got punched out on a backdoor slider from Daniel Bard. And Jared texted me and sent me the picture of the pitch and said, "You guys say this guy's the GOAT?" And it was 2 balls off the plate, and Jared's like, I mean, it's a slider. It was never a strike. He's like, I couldn't believe it when he called it. He's like, but I couldn't say a word because I'm a rookie.
It's amazing. It's amazing how guys remember that specific pitch. But we spend this time talking about him, and the video goes up. John Boy puts the video up on all the channels and stuff, and it blows up. And all the things that we've talked about on this pod, all the videos and everything, the Pat Hoberg perfect game is just flying off the shelves.
It's just crazy. Like I couldn't imagine going back there and not missing one in the World Series
On the biggest stage. He's an Iowa guy. Do you know that? Iowa guy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Des Moines.
I wonder how he did at Principal Park with no batter's eye.
I don't think it does mines. Really excited for free agency. Really excited to see what happens. Before we do screen time, Tom, do you have any comments for us? You've been quiet all episode. I know you're having your tomato bisque. Is there anything you want to tell the people, Tom?
No, I was. I will say this: Zach's a big Duke fan. My father, huge North Carolina fan, has never been to a game at the Dean Dome. Going to his first game tonight. So,
That's sick.
Yeah, that'll be cool. So
That's really cool.
he's been a fan since 1965. Never been to a game at the Dean Dome. In fact, we
Wow.
went twice in my life, and both times it was closed. In fact, for renovations. So he's never even been inside. And that game tips off. I think in 2 hours they're playing. I think UNC Greensboro or somebody.
2 hours are tipping off at 9:00.
9:00 tip, baby.
Goodness.
Spartans tip off in 3 minutes. No big deal.
Yeah, Duke too. I want to go to a Duke UNC game. That would be awesome.
Zach, do you have a Duke sweatshirt I could borrow?
Zach, real quick, I'm going to switch the topic for you because I got beef with the other two.
Oh boy.
I just want to say thank you for being the only one to wish me a happy birthday yesterday.
It's just
Oh my
sad, really.
god! Oh my god!
Ian and Tom did not.
Oh my god!
It's
I
tough.
am such a bad friend. I am such a bad.
Hurts a little bit.
I'm sorry.
I think
I'm
that's
sorry.
the definition of what. That's a coworker, if it asks me.
Yeah,
Not a
it's just
friend.
we just work together. We're not
Yep.
like buddies.
I mean, I get it.
It is what it is.
All right, I'm gonna put that in my phone. November 6th is a birthday for Dakota. Tom, I'm not gonna say that I blame you for as the guy that does our research, not knowing that it was Dakota's birthday and texting
Basically,
me and saying,
just Tom's the responsible one, so you'd expect that he would know that.
hey, if I could have some in my life that would know all of the people's birthdays that I need to say I would.
Oh,
That would
I
be
forget
so
many
valuable.
people's. I forget
I am
so
the
many
worst.
birthdays.
Birthday person or remembering events that people are doing, and I'm just bad at it, and I apologize. I'm not a good friend. I win the worst friend of the year award brought to you by Parsley Rum, and I'm sorry.
Is that a better award than a Gold Glove?
No, it's the worst award you can win.
Oh,
It's
okay,
my friend
okay.
award, but
It's
it has
okay.
it has a good sponsor. So
It's okay. I forget. Because I forget what day your birthday was, but hopefully Zach remembers and he'll text in the group text. And then I'll remember. It's in September, I believe. July, September, August.
let's do
Middle
screen
year.
time. Let's go
Middle of
screen
the
time. You're making me feel better because you have no idea what my birthday is.
I know Zach's is. I'm going to sound really dumb when this is wrong, but I want to say July 9th.
Nope, not even close.
Fuck.
It could have just kind of stopped talking 30
I
seconds.
think I have a good number today, guys. I think I'm competitive.
I need to know Zach, so it's in my head. When's your birthday?
May 29th.
Fuck. That's close. I had a
You're
9.
pretty close, man.
I had a 9.
Hmm.
450 is my screen time, an hour 24 on TikTok.
5:11. I was looking up
Let's
all
go.
the Jets videos.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's
No,
a
for
W.
sure,
I
for
was
sure.
watching fucking Lions videos. Smell you, Packers.
Can I just make a comment that Dakota's supporting the team there with the John Boy sweatshirt? We appreciate that for the team. Tom, screen time.
Always.
I'm supporting the team too.
4 hours, 58 minutes.
Oh, I just beat him. Tom, with a
320 for
great
me.
day.
320. I just wiped the floor with you guys. 320.
But Tom had a great. We can't let that go over. Under
Tom, that was
5?
you've had a great day, man.
Thanks, guys.
I
Happy
like
for
that.
you.
Happy belated birthday, Dakota.
Thank you.
Episode 135 brought to you by Parsley Rum. When I say Parsley, you say
Rum.
Parsley.
Rum.
Rum. We'll see you next week. I just want to tell the fans who are probably have all turned the podcast off by now that my mission for this offseason, I'm going to state this now, and then you can all hold me accountable. My mission for this offseason, as it is now officially the baseball offseason, is to have more guests on the pod. So this offseason, my goal is that we will have more guests than we've ever had on this show. I have a list. I'm going to start texting people and setting it up. And that's my, it's not a promise, I'm not promising, but that's my mission.
My hope.
My mission for the Compound Podcast is that we have guests throughout the off season, and I'm putting it out.
Rum.
See you next week.